Thank you for your interest in providing input on the development of resources that will assist students, families, educators, and other stakeholders across the state achieve positive outcomes for students with disabilities. This quick presentation will provide an overview of a proposed statewide network intended to address identified needs in the state, concluding with an opportunity for you to provide your input. Students with sensory impairments, such as those who are blind, visually impaired, deaf, hard of hearing, deafblind, or have other single or multi-sensory impairments, have unique needs. The Students with Sensory Impairments Network will focus on the systematic approach to align practices with purposeful goals to successfully guide these students through the educational process to result in positive post-secondary outcomes. Students with sensory impairments have unique needs that require a range of supports and services to better enable access to and successful outcomes for appropriate independent living skills. Working closely with families and students to provide information and strategies for development of communication, mobility, tactile skills, and environmental adaptations is critical to successful outcomes for children with sensory impairments that include successful and appropriate independent living skills. The network's purpose will be to provide the support and resources, including information and strategies for families and schools, helping to overcome barriers to success for students who are blind, visually impaired, deaf, hard of hearing, deafblind, or have other single or multisensory impairments that impede the development of functional vision and/or hearing. The Students with Sensory Impairments Network will ensure that the identified statewide needs of students with sensory impairments from birth through 22 years of age are met. The network will support the implementation of evidence-based practices in communication, mobility, tactile skills, and environmental adaptations. The Students with Sensory Impairments Network will develop and support evidence-based practices that are aligned with creating and implementing positive social, emotional, and academic goals designed to meet the identified needs of each individual student with a sensory impairment. In addition, the Students with Sensory Impairments Network will focus on the innovative use of technology, partnerships and relationship building, professional development, and dissemination of information resulting in positive social, emotional, and academic student outcomes. The Texas Education Code requires comprehensive statewide plans for the education of students under 21 years old who are deaf or hard of hearing, have a vision impairment, or who are deafblind. These statewide plans identify needs, set priorities, and guide the service development and provision for students with these sensory impairments. The Students with Sensory Impairments Network will ensure that the state's statutory requirements are met by supporting the state plans as well as develop resources including brochures, flowcharts, and other user-friendly tools to provide accessible and understandable information for students who are blind, visually impaired, deaf or hard of hearing, deafblind, or have other single or multisensory impairments that impede the development of functional vision and/or hearing. The Students with Sensory Impairments Network will also produce products and provide support services that will enhance learning and result in improved outcomes for students. The network will continue to support existing products, such as the guidelines and standards for educating students with visual impairments in Texas and the interpreter certification guidance, as well as develop new user-friendly resources. Resources are expected to focus on community access beginning in early childhood, communication, certification routes, and student and family advocacy. In addition to some of the examples given in this presentation, we are soliciting feedback and assistance for identifying and prioritizing needed products, services, processes, and activities that this network may provide. We would really appreciate input from parents and educators so that we can best tailor this network to meet your needs. Please return to tea.texas.gov/TexasSped to complete the survey and give your input. Please complete the survey by June the 20th. Again, thank you for your time to listen to our presentation and providing input to improve special education services in Texas. Have a good day.